Okay, so we've done the simulation on the CNC software for the Banjolele neck. Now we're going to actually physically cut some wood. I've got a block here that I made up in the last couple of days. It's 5 layers of what they call Swan River Red, which I believe the correct species is Western Australian Karri. It's very hard, it's very dense, it's a long splintery grain, so I'm not sure how it will go with making a guitar neck, or a ukulele neck in this case, but we'll soon find out. For this particular job I've got the baseboard, the MDF spoil board. I've got 4 clamps holding that down. I've put a dozen dobs of tight bond glue to hold my workpiece onto the MDF, but I've also put some finger clamps onto that as well, just to be safe. These bolts here aren't quite long enough, there's too much of an angle, but it should be alright. This job will take 4 machining passes, a roughing pass, finishing pass 1, which will be at a 0 degree, so it'll go across the grain. The next finishing pass will be 90 degrees, and that will go with the grain, and then there will be a cutout pass afterwards. I've reset my zeros. The 0, XY0 is about there. The Z0 in this job is the top surface. So I've reset all those. I'm using a 1/2 inch ball cutter. I've got the software loaded for the roughing pass, so we'll start that up. That because I know that once this starts coming out here, I'm actually going to hit these clamps, so what I'll have to do is move these clamps down somewhere else and clear the tool. Okay, well, we've got that moved. These should be out of the way of the tool. The headstock will be this wide, so hopefully we can continue from where we were. well, I've had a clean up. I've emptied my dust bag because it was chockers. But in the meanwhile, we've had a disaster and broken a belt, which is off the Z-axis. Naturally enough, I didn't have a spare of this size, so I had to do a couple of machine modifications to adapt to the smaller belt. Of course, we lost all our zero references, so hopefully I've got those back into the right spot. Okay, well that's done. Let's seem to have my zeros in roughly the right spot. There's a bit of a groove there, but that's not too bad. Seems to be fairly central on the wood, so that's good enough for me. Now I'll have a bit of a vacuum and then I'll do the 90-degree finish cut. It's quite good. A little bit of sanding later and that'll be beautiful. Right, I need to do a tool change so we can cut out the shape. For this one I'll be using a 1/4" down cut bit. Now this is meant for plastic and I don't like using something like this on the thick wood, but that's all I've got that's long enough. So I may stop it 2 or 3 times, clean out the channel and then continue on. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, all that's cut out. I haven't cut full depth because what I'll do is I'll run the bandsaw blade down in that gap and just trim it away. Remove these clamps. Now it's all still glued in. So just break all the glue tabs off. Once I turn it over to the machine this side, all those glue tabs will disappear. That's all I need now. Just trim it with a bandsaw. Okay, well we've trimmed the excess off. We've still got a step here, but that will disappear once we put it over the other side and shape the back of the neck. There's the actual shape that we've just been cutting out.